Me, but I think you dropped your Opal card a few meters back.
Oh, thank you so much. I don't know what I have done without it.
Nah, no worries.
You know, a lot of other people would have just kept it for themselves or wouldn't even bother picking it up. So I really appreciate you giving this back to me.
Yeah, I know what you mean. More and more people are in the need to rush everything, and but because of that, they're only focused on themselves rather than others.
Yeah, exactly. It worries me what's going to happen in the future. This problem only seems to get worse.
Ah, my name's Eli. What's yours?
Denzel,
Well, Denzel, would you want to know what I find helpful? What encourages me most about the future?
definitely.
Well, it's actually found in the Bible.
Really? The Bible?
Yeah, it's understandable that you're surprised, but I find the most comforting source of the future is through the Bible. Can I show you the scripture to show you why?
Sure. I got a few minutes before my train arrives.
Yeah, it's right here in Revelation 21, verse 4. And for context, this is God promising what will happen in the future. It says here, and he will wipe out every tear from their eyes, and death will be no more. Neither will mourning, nor outcry, nor pain be any more. The former things have passed away.
So, God's going to basically remove every bad thing in the world?
Yeah, you're correct. Can you see why I find this scripture so comforting?
Yeah, I can, but when is this going to happen? There's so much terrible things in the world. How can it change?
Well, unfortunately, we don't know when this is going to happen. Only God does. However, in the Bible, it states when the day will be near. Can I show you another scripture that illustrates this?
Sure.
So in 2 Timothy 3, verse 1 and 2, it reads, but know this, that in the last days critical times hard to deal with will be here. For men will be lovers of themselves, lovers of money, boastful, haughty, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, disloyal. And as you can see further down, Denzel, the list goes on. So in the first scripture, it states that the time will be near when it states that the time will be near when we see these kinds of people. And you can agree with me that we do see them on a daily basis and that they are increasing.
Yeah, I see what you mean. But is there any evidence to back this up?
Yeah, there actually is another scripture that shows this. So in Luke 21, verse 10 to 11, it reads, then he said to them, nation will rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. There will be great earthquakes, in one place after another, food shortages and pestilences, and there will be a fearful sights, and from heaven great signs. So we see on the news that there is more and more war, famine, widespread diseases, and natural disasters in this world.
Ah, I see. Sorry to break our conversation. I do have a lot more questions, but my train is going to arrive soon.
Yeah, no worries. But before you leave, can I give you my card?
Sure, what is it?
So it's a contact card that's got my number on it, and it's got a QR code which can go into a website where you can search more about what we discussed today. And feel free to contact me about those questions.
All right, thanks, Eli.
You have a great day, Denzel.
That was excellent, Eli. Very, very well done. So you're working on love, the point in love people, kindness, be helpful, and you made it really, really real. So it was really real. So it was that. So it was lifelike. So what we have to remember is we think a little act of kindness, it almost seems just normal, give back the card. But in an unkind world, an act of kindness has a powerful effect. And in this case, it opened the door to a conversation. That's the first step. We just want to be kind because we're kind and have a conversation. But then you were able to take it to the next step and give a witness. And then further to that, a contact card with your name and number. So it was very powerful. Very well done. We look forward to your next part. Thanks, Eli. So next we have starting a conversation, still house to house though this time. And we have Sister Wiley. Thank you.
Thank you so much for helping me bring in my shopping bags.
Oh, no worries at all. I'm just glad I caught you in time. Otherwise, you would have had a lot to carry. My name's Luce, by the way.
Hi, Maurice. I always try and bring my bags in one go, but I guess I just bought too much this time.
Oh, I understand. I do the same too. Sometimes I rather struggle in that one trip than go back and forth to the car, but it's always helpful to have an extra set of hands, eh?
Yeah, that's right. Yep, I couldn't agree more. It just gets pretty exhausting doing it all on your own.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to pry, but could I ask, is everything okay? Can I help with anything else while I'm still here?
Sorry, I don't mean to burst it out like that. It's just been really hard lately. You
Mm.
know, it seems like every time that my life's on track and everything goes smoothly, I suddenly get pushed back 10 steps back. So
Mm.
yeah, and I get overwhelmed just thinking about the next day.
Yeah, I'm sorry you feel that way, Mariz. I can't imagine what you're going through. And you're so right, though. And I know many would agree with you. Life lately is really hard. Truly, you're not alone in feeling that way.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't mean to dump it on you, but being a single mom, working full time, and taking care of my elderly parent, it just gets too much. I love them, yeah. Don't get me wrong, but I barely have time to breathe.
Yeah.
Yeah, juggling it all.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mariz. But thank you for being so vulnerable and opening up to me like that and confiding as well. But from what I can see, and just in our brief interaction this morning, I'm confident your children and your mom really appreciate everything that you do for them and how much you provide as well. You're doing so well, Mom.
Yeah,
Good
thank
job.
you so much. Yeah, I like usually unload like this to strangers, but I just maybe you just came at the right time. So I feel like I've reached my limit. And you're right. It is nice to have an extra set of hands, and just someone to ask if I'm okay.
Oh, well, I'm glad you feel that way. Could I share something as well?
Yeah, sure.
You know, my mom is a single parent as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and we also looked after our granddad for a long time. She was tired at times and physically and mentally, but she always managed to keep a positive outlook and maintain her joy as well.
Oh, yeah. Well, what was her secret?
Well, amongst other things, what helped her were these words here. It says, "So never be anxious about the next day, for the next day will have its own anxieties. Each day has enough of its own troubles."
Is that from the Bible?
Yeah, well, Matthew 6:34 to be exact. This scripture reminded her to take things one day at a time, or even 1 hour at a time, rather than trying to juggle it all at once, as you put it before.
Yeah. Well, sounds easier said than done, though.
Yeah, it does, but it's not impossible. Mums can get tired too, so if you can, maybe try and avoid excessive worry about what may or may not happen about the future. Take it one day or 1 hour at a time. And like you're doing now, talk to others. Don't try and carry it all on your own. Sometimes it does help when others, can help deal with our anxieties if you let them in.
Yeah, thank you. I needed to hear that, It's just hard to even find someone to talk to, especially about these things.
Yeah, well, I'm more than happy to be a listening ear if you ever need to dump or unload, like you said.
Yeah, I would love that. It sounds like your mom even has some more secrets that she can share.
Well, they're not really secrets. Here's a card to our website, actually. I can show you where she found the help from in the Bible, and at the back is my number as well. So if you ever want to talk, just reach out.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Lasse. Yeah, I really would love that.
Oh, good.
Well done, Sister Lossie. That was very well done. We're giving the contact card a workout tonight, which is fantastic. Very lifelike. And I just want to focus on a couple of the things. You're working on speak kindly and respectfully, and you covered that beautifully. But just a couple of aspects that I really want to hone in that we all could benefit from. One, that expression, "Can I share something with you?" What a beautiful way to now change the conversation where you're going to now share something after listening intently. So that was really good. And then the way you introduced the scripture was just read it without, "Oh, this is from the Bible, da 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 da." That became apparent afterwards. So that was just natural. So very good for us to take away. So it was really lifelike. And when we have shopping, we can get Sister Lossie over and extra pair of hands. Beautiful. Next up, we have following up informal witnessing as well. And we've got Sister Arias. Thank you.
Nurse Jasmine, do you have a moment?
Yes, Mrs. Arias, how can I help?
It's just really simple and quick. I just wanted to thank you so much for your hard work. And I wanted to share this gift with you and also with all the lovely ladies that are helping Mum today. And I just wanted to let you know that we're just so happy that you're helping her. I know it's very difficult with having dementia and a language barrier. It can be quite demanding for you.
Oh, thank you so much for your kind words and this gift. I'll be sure to share it with everyone. Look, I know I come across as a little bit strong at times, but I hope you understand it's just part of my job.
Oh, I do. And look, I understand that nursing and caring for patients is a lot of work. And then not only do you have to deal with them, but you've also got family members. And I'm sure that can be also very challenging. So there's a lot happening, and I understand. And I was thinking of yesterday's conversation, and I wanted to show you that the Bible talks about a time in the very near future that there will be an end to sickness and suffering of people.
Yeah, you know, what you shared with me, I find it intriguing. And I've always liked the Bible. There was a time before where I had plenty of time to pick it up and have a read of it, but now I'm always here. And what's hard is I see so much suffering. So before I was okay, I was coping quite well because I felt like I was making a real difference in people's lives. But now I just see so much sickness, and it's really hard. Whatever we do, it's a non-winning battle. And what I find especially hard, to be honest with you, is when I see that in sicknesses in young children and seeing their parents suffering, it just breaks my heart.
I understand. I agree with you. And it is very sad to see so much suffering. And I'm sure it can be quite scary at times. And please know that you definitely make a difference in their lives, and you're helping Mum out. That's making a difference for us too. And I wanted to share just another little thought very quickly this time. And this is a beautiful solution that God has, or He's planned for all of us. Now, this thought is found in Revelations chapter 21, 3 and 5. So I'm just going to read you this scripture real quickly. And it says, "And He will wipe out every tear from their eyes, and death will be no more. Neither will mourning, nor outcry, nor pain be any more. The former things have passed away." Now, these are emotions you're quite aware of. You see it all the time. We encounter it now and then as outsiders from the medical world. So you see a lot of tears. You definitely see death, and you hear the mourning and the outcrying, and you see that pain. Now, this is just outcomes that we see of today. But here the scripture says that the former things have passed away. So this is something that God is planning to do. But let's look at verse 5. It says, and the one seated on the throne said, "Look, I am making all things new." Also he says, "Write, for these words are faithful and true." So the scripture is a small glimpse of His immense promise. And we know that it's going to be true and it's going to happen because He said, write it down, because these are faithful and true. Now, I know this isn't the right time to talk more. I get super excited, but you have so much work to do. So let me leave you with my calling card, or this calling card. I've put my details at the back, and also the QR code that takes you to our website, jw.org, which is a Bible-based website. And in there with your device, you can bring up the website, and there'll be a lot of subjects, and you can actually search through it. I think that will help. But can we talk a little more tomorrow?
Yeah, I would like that. Look, I do have the afternoon shift, so my break wouldn't be until after 6 p.m.
That's okay. I was planning to come in the afternoon, but this time with Elizabeth, my daughter. And while she's visiting Mum, we could probably have that little time together if you're available.
Yeah, it might work. We'll just see how the night goes, and I'll let you know.
Fantastic. And remember, you can call me also, and please enjoy the treats.
Thank you.